जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ
जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपीजन
जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपीजन
जमुना तीरवन चारी यमुना तीरवन चारी ओ जय जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी
जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे राम 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 हरे
हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम
कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा हरे Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Jai Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Jaya Radha Shyamasundar Radha Shyamasundar
Jai Radha Shyamasundar Radha Shyamasundar.
Jaya Radha Madhav Radha Madhav Radhe.
Jai Radha
Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya
Krishna Balaram, Krishna
Nitai Gaura Hari Go, Hari Go, Hari Go, Gaura Hari Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada.
Jai Jai Prabhupada. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की युग धर्म हरि नाम संकीर्तन की श्रील प्रभुपाद की हृदय गौर प्रेमानंदे गुरवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिके। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णा प्रेम प्रदायते। कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामनि गौरात्वेषे नमः। नित्यानंदं नमस्तुभ्यं परमानंददायिने कलिकलमश विनाशाय जहानवापतये नमः। वागेश्वरी यस्य वदने लक्ष्मी यस्यस्य वक्षसे यस्यास्य हृदय संवेद तम नरसिंहम् अहं भजे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, you are all welcome for morning Srimad Bhagavatam class at Sri Sri Krishna Balaram Mandir ISKCON Vrindavan. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam 11th canto. The canto is principle describing liberation or mukti. And first 4 chapters particularly describe Bhagavad Dharma. Bhagavad Dharma is a dharma given by Supreme Lord Himself. This subject matter is described by 9 Yogendra, 9 sons of Rishabhdev, in the arena of yajna, sacrifice of Maharaj Nimi. And same topic is discussed by Devrishi Narad in the personal residence of Vasudeva, the father of Lord Sri Krishna in Dwarka. Vasudeva said, I got a Krishna as my son, but still I am not liberated. So Devrishi Narad, please tell me something. So Devrishi Narad thought that if I tell myself something, then Vasudeva will think that I am devotee of Krishna, often visiting Dwarka, so I may be doing some false praise for him. So he quoted a past incident of Maharaj Nimi's yajna and Bhagavad Dharma spoken by Nav Yogendra, the perfect way of going back to Godhead. The rest of the 11th canto is the longest instruction of Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna in Bhagavatam, Uddhava Gita. It's 24 chapters. By really understanding this whole subject of Uddhava Gita, one will be freed from the 24 elements of the material world and is eligible for liberation. And the last 2 chapters describe the disappearance of Yadu dynasty. That is actually Yadu dynasty. Demigod, they entered into the Yadu dynasty. Now since Krishna is going back home, back to Godhead, at his own abode, so the demigods have now to be relieved from the service and go back to their own planets to continue their services there. And the Yaduvansis, the Yaduvansis are eternal associate of Krishna, and they will enter in unmanifest pastime in Dwarka. So in this 3rd chapter which we are discussing today, the question asked by Nimi Maharaj is, what is Karma Yoga? This is the question, Karma Yoga. And verse 41 to 55, almost 15 verses, is the answer given by Avirhotra. Avirhotra is the name of the one of the Nav Yogendra, son of Rishabhdev, the personality of Godhead. So Avirhotra is describing process of Karma Yoga, and in this process of Karma Yoga, the most important, the word yoga means connection with Krishna. So basically, Karma Yoga, as described by Avirhotra, is from verse 47 to 55. Accept a spiritual master, number 1. Accept Guru and worship the deity of the Lord. So Archa Vigraha Sevan, because nobody can directly serve the deities without having initiation from a spiritual master, particularly Brahman initiation. Because service to the deity is only for the authorized people who are Brahmanically initiated. So this is the Karma Yoga. So people don't understand Karma Yoga, but in a Bhagavad Dharma, Karma Yoga means deity worship. Because that's a karma we are doing. We are doing activity, and this activity is connected with God. So that is called karma yoga. So karma yoga, and these are the two verses which we discussed today, verse 52 and 53, are the description of Sodash Upchar Puja of the deity. Sodash means 10 and 6, 16 different items offered to the deity every day. In the morning, when they bathe the deity, they dress the deity, this is called, usually this is called 16 items, and if somebody wants to do quickly, it's called Pancha Anga Upasana. It may be short also, like in some afternoon Āratī, we don't have many things, so maybe 4 or 5 things we use. So there are different angas of worship of the deity, and this deity worship, Shraddhaya Shri Murtye Archana. Shraddhaya means with faith. Shri Murti means a deity of in the temple, and Shraddhaya Shri Murti Archanam means worshipping. So this is one of the most important anga of the, out of the 5 angas of the Uttama Bhakti, Uttama Sadhana Bhakti. So Karma Yoga is in the category of Sadhana Bhakti, and Archa Vigraha is a part of that. Now, before we read this verse, I just want to philosophically, Siddhant-wise, Uttam Bhakti's definition is Anya Abhilashita Sunyam, Jnana Karam Adi Anavartam, Anukulyena Krishnanu Siranam Bhaktir Uttama. So, Uttam Bhakti's primary characteristic is Anukulyena Krishna Anushilanam, favorably serving Sri Krishna. But the secondary characteristics are Anabhilashita Shunyam, 1, no other desire, material selfish desire, and 2 other are Jnana Karamadi Anavartam. Desire should be Sunya, means 0. But the karma and jnana should not cover the bhakti, they are secondary characteristics. So which jnana is not favorable for bhakti? Speculative knowledge which leads to merging into Brahma is not favorable for bhakti. That should not cover the bhakti. But that knowledge by which we know the form of the Lord, the abode of the Lord, the pastime of the Lord, that jnana is not against bhakti, that we should cultivate. And that jnana is called Sambandhya. Which karma is covering the bhakti, that karma which leads to the heaven or some fruitive result should be given up. It should not cover the bhakti. But which karma we should do? Deity worship is a karma that we should do. So in Uttam Bhakti, Jnana Karamadi Anavratam, they should not be, the bhakti should not be covered by Jnana or karma. Which karma which should not cover and which should be done? The karma which should be done is deity worship, because it is a full-fledged work, from cooking, from dressing, from doing, this is work. So Hotra is describing Karma Yoga in almost 47 to 55. So 8 verses he is describing deity worship, but deity worship can only be started after officially getting Brahman initiation. So this is Karma Yoga, offering all the result of the work and work itself. The only difference between Karma Yoga and Bhakti Yoga is one. In Karma Yoga, we select the work according to our choice. But we have attachment in work, but we have no attachment to the result. Then it is Karma Yoga. If we are not attached to the work and not attached to the result, then it is Bhakti Yoga. I'm not attached to the, whatever you tell me to sweep, I will sweep. You ask me to do puja, I will do puja. You ask me to, chant, I will chant. That's called Bhakti Yoga. Srila Prabhupada used to call this army discipline. Whatever is asked, do it. So this is the very subtle difference between the two. So this is Karma Yoga, because he's attached only to the worship. But he's doing it for his offering to the Krishna. So the two verses we will read together. Sango pangam saparshadam tam tam mamurtim swamantarta padya arghya achmanya adyai snana vaso vibhushanai gandhamalya akshata sargabhi dhupa deepa upaharakai sangam sampuja vidhiva stavaihi stutvaha nameda harim sangopangam saparsadam tam tam murtim swamantratah padya arghya achmanyadyahi snana vaso vibhushanai gandhamalya akshata sargabhi dhupa deepa uparakai sangam sampuja vidhiva stavahi stavaha nameda harim sangopangam saparsadam tam tam murtim swamantratah padyo arghyachmanadyai snanavaso vibhushanai gandhamalyaakshata sargabhi dhupa deepa upaharakai sangam sampuja vidhiva stavaha stutva nameda harim. Please. Sangopangam saparshadam tam tam murtim swamantaratah padya arghachmanyadyahi snana vaso vibhushanai gandhamalya akshata shadabhi dhupa deepa upaharakai sangam puja vidhiva stavahi stotva namedharim sangopangam saparshadam tam tam murtim swamantrai padya gandhamalya akshata sragabhi dhupa deepa upaharakai sangam sapuja vidhivat istvahi stutva nameda harihi sangopangam saparshadam tam tam murtim mantatah padyaraghyachmanyadi snanavaso vibhushanai gandhamalya akshata sagabhi धूपदीपक उपारकैः सांगम सपूज्य विधिवत् स्तवैः स्तवत्वा नमेद हरिं। माता जी सांगोपांगम सपार्षदम् तम तम मूर्तिं स्वमन्त्रतः पाद्यार्घ्यात्मन्याद्यः स्नानवासो विभूषणैः गन्धमाल्या अक्षतसर्गभिः धूपदीपः उपारकैः सांगं सम्पूज्य विधिवत् स्तवैः स्तत्वा नमेद हरिं। स anga, including the limbs of his transcendental body. Upangam, and his special bodily features such as his Sudarshan disc and other weapons. Saparshadam, along with his personal associates. Tam tam, each particular. Murtim, deity. Swamantrayataha, by the deity's own mantra. Padya, with water for bathing the feet. Aragya, scented water for greeting. Achmanya, water for washing the mouth. Adyahi, and so on. Snana, water for bathing. Vasa, fine clothing. Vibhushanaihi, ornaments. Gandha, with fragrance. Malya, necklaces. Akshata, unbroken barley corns. Saragabhihi, and the flower garlands. Dhupa, with incense. Deepa, and the lamps. Upaharakaihi, such offerings. Sa angam, in all aspects. Sampuja, completing the worship. Vidhivat, in accordance with the prescribed regulations. Sampuja, completing the worship. Vidhivat we have done, okay? Vidhivat, in accordance with the prescribed regulations. Stavai stutva, honoring the deity by offering prayers. Namet, one should bow down. Harim, to the Lord. So translation by disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. One should worship the deity along with each of the limbs of his body, Saanga, his weapons such as Sudarshan Chakra, Upangam, and his associates, Saparshadam. One should worship each of these aspects of the Lord, Tam Tam Murtim, by its own mantra, Swamantrataha, and with offering of the water to wash the feet, Aragya water to wash the mouth, the water to wash the mouth, Padya Aragya Achmanya Adihi, water for the bathing, fine clothing and ornaments, Snan Vaso Vibhushanaihi, fragrant oils, jewel necklaces, unbroken garlands, incense, lamps. Having thus completed the worship in all aspects, in accordance with the prescribed regulations, one should then honor the deity with prayers, and offer obeisance to him by bowing down. So the purport is only on one word, Akshay. Generally, Akshay means A means no, and Ksha means broken. Like the rice or barley seed which are not broken, that is called Akshat. In a worship, that is called Akshat. So, since this is not that Akshat, like a barley seed, it's not that one. Therefore, what this word applied to what? That is the question. Here is the purport by Sri Sridhar Swami has mentioned that Akshat or unbroken barley corns mentioned in verse 53 are to be used in decorating the deity with tilak and not in actual puja. What it means actually is when they are offering the tilak to the Lord Vishnu along with the Gopi Chandan or some other tilak, akshat are also put there. Akshat means full rice, not broken, unbroken rice or barley seed is called akshat. So this is used in puja and can be applied only in tilak. There's a one small story. Lakshmi told Narayan that I am providing everything to all the living entities. They are maintained by me. I am sustaining them. And Lord Vishnu smiled. He says, ultimately, I am the ultimate Bharata or maintainer. So Lakshmi said, prove this. So she brought some small box and some ant in that, and she brought in front of the face of Lord Vishnu and said, I am covering the lid of this box now. We will open tomorrow how you are feeding him, I will see. How you will provide food to the ant. Next, they opened the box. There was one rice in front of the ant, and ant was having a feast on the rice. Lakshmi was surprised. How come this came in? Vishnu said, this was on my tilak. When you showed me, one rice fell into the box and ant is enjoying. So I am maintaining. So the akshat is only used for tilak, not for puja. That's what the philosophically one verse is quoted. So this verse is also they put here. So decorating the deity with tilak. It means in tilak we can put akshat, but not in other puja. And not in the actual puja. And now the verse is quoted. Na akstai archayad Vishnu na ketakai maheshwaram. This verse says, Lord Vishnu should not be worshipped with unbroken barley corns. And Lord Shiva should not be worshipped with ketaki flowers. So there are certain flowers which are forbidden for certain worship. Like some flowers are not offered to Vishnu, some are not offered to Shiva, some are not offered to Durga. I mean, there are some rules of the puja, therefore the word uses vidhivat. Okay, now this much is the purport, but now we are Sa-angam and tam murtim so mantrata. It means the worship of the deity, Swamantra means if we are worshipping Radha Krishna, we say Radha Krishna Achmanam Arpyami. I am offering water for washing hands for Radha Krishna. Then we have below some Salangram, these are associates, some other deities on the altar. Then we use the same process for the other deities with the name of their deity and mantra. And mantra for each. So Sa Angam means the all limbs of the body. And Upanga means things which are connected with limbs of the body. And Parshad means associates. So Lord has associate like Jay and Vijay is standing out, or Garuda is the associate, Lord Ramchandra, the Hanuman is the associate. Then these associates are also with the deities. Deities are not alone. And Srila Prabhupada used to say Krishna is never alone. He's with Radharani always. Like moon is with the moonshine. You cannot separate moonshine from moon. So Radha cannot be separated from Krishna. We go to Radha Raman, there is no Radha there. But there is a word Radha golden written there and put next on the left side of Radha Rani. Banke Bihari, there is no Radha, only Krishna. But they put the symbol of Radha. Radha Rani is always with Krishna. If somehow it is not there, then there should be cow, there should be peacock, there should be something. But Krishna is never alone, he is always with his associates. So the deities, even in the temple, are having their associate with them. When we are reading this first line, some mantra which come in our quick memory is Sangopanga Parshad Astaram. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's forecast which will come in upcoming chapters. Sangopanga, here Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associate Panchatattva, they are a Parshadam. So similarly, each deity has their own associates. So it means deity proper and their all limbs. All limbs. Like when we do our Achman, we do Achman Netra Vyam, say for the eyes, Karna Vyam for the ears, mouth. So every part of the body we apply, purificatory process, and similarly, same thing when the deity installation is done with a kush grass, they touch to the eyes of the deity with the mantra Netram Sprashyami. I'm touching the eyes of the Lord, then Bahu Bhyam Sprashyami. So see, they touch to the each limb, that is called Anga. So all limbs of the Lord. Basically, Srila Prabhupada used to say, deity worship is a samadhi with open eyes. Samadhi with open eyes means yogi do the samadhi with closed eyes and then they see the deity. But devotees, when they start worshipping Lord, starting from putting the chandan, the sandalwood and tulsi at the Lord's feet of Lord, then they decorate, they put the anklets and the flower anklets, and then they have holy dressing of the Lord, ornaments of the Lord. They are meditating on each limb of the Lord, putting earrings there, putting something in nose, moti, nas, agare. There is a mantra which says each thing is particularly placed in a particular place, on the particular anga of the deity. So this is sa-anga. And up-anga means they are not actually the part of the limbs, but the limbs are decorated with those things. And here there are four ayudha, means the symbols of the Lord Vishnu, the disc, the club, the lotus flower, and chakra, shankha, and the conch shell. So they are called up-anga. Up-anga. They are not anga, but they are up-anga. Like Jagannath, we don't have even hands, but sometimes we decorate Jagannath with all these shankha, chakra, and other things. Chakra is with Jagannath only on the side, but the rest some we to use one to put in the hands like that. They are called up-anga. So Anga, Upang and Parshad, they all should be worshipped with a proper mantra for each. There is a mantra for Sudarshan Chakra. There is a mantra for each Parshad. So this is it, and therefore the word uses Vidhi, what means as per Pancharatra Vidhi. We have Pancharatra Vaishnava Tantra, which describe the deity worship. So basically in Krishna conscious movement, we follow the two paths. For deity worship, we follow the Pancharatra path. And for our daily practices, we follow the Bhagavad Dharma. So Bhagavad Dharma is for all. Everybody can follow the Bhagavad Dharma. But deity worship, everybody cannot do. Because this is Pancharatrika. This is according to the rules and regulation. There's only authorized person, secondly initiated, properly trained in deity worship. He can only do that job. So that we follow the two things. Basically, deity worship is not for Kali Yuga. It was the main process of self-realization in Dwapar Yuga. But in Kali Yuga, Srila Prabhupada said deity worship for us has two purposes. Punctuality and purity. He said two things only. Punctuality means there's a timetable for the deity worship, the time of Aarti and everything. And purity means, if deity worship means we have to be pure. So therefore Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to discover the places of pastime in Vrindavan and establish the deities and a gorgeous temple worship. So this was the desire of Mahaprabhu. Once in a Kumbh Mela, because of the wind was blowing, and I think Jamuna Mataji was trying to do the Aarti, and she had finished the whole matchbox. It was not possible to lit the wick. So Prabhupada said, in Kali Yuga, it's not possible to do deity worship. So he just commented, it's not possible to do deity worship. So this deity worship which we are doing, we have two purposes, punctuality and purity. This is our objective of deity worship in Krishna consciousness. And this is according to the Pancharatra Vidhi. Even we are worshipping Radha Krishna, but the process which we follow is Lakshmi Narayana. It's all opulence worship is very opulence. But our Goswamis, by the way, were not really worshipping with opulence. So Lokanath Swami was having his Radha Vinod in his like japa bead like one bag and hanging around the neck. And Sanatana Goswami was offering to Madan Mohan just some dough mixed with the Jamuna water and then put into the cow dung fire, and where it's quite, completely what's called ready to be offered, then he wash it, clean it quickly and offer along with the Jamuna water. And Madan Mohan told that, what are you doing, Maharaj? Can't you put a pinch of salt in that? I cannot swallow this. So they were not worshipping really, even Pancharatra, they were just doing it, whatever was with them. Then Sanatana Goswami said, today you are asking pinch of salt, tomorrow you will say sugar, then you will say ghee. I am here to do bhajan, or I will make all these arrangements. So they were beyond karma yoga. They were in a pure bhakti yoga. For them, this was honor of Mahaprabhu. Therefore, immediately some person came and they initiated that person and gave the puja to that person, and they left that place. They made the temple, but they never lived in that temple. All this temple built by the Goswamis, they never lived in that temple. They lived again under the tree or in some cave just in Vrindavan, not more than 3 days. They were never have any place in the temple for themselves. They gave to the pujaris, and then pujari were doing puja, because deity worship needs a standard. And Bhagavat Marga is not of that standard. So this is mantra and whole process of puja. And Sanatana Goswami has written the whole detail of the puja in Hari Bhakti Vilas. He was not doing himself, but he has written everything. That what should be done, how the Krishna and Janmashtami should be celebrated. Rupa Goswami, Krishna Janam Utsav celebration, a full small book he has written, that how the whole details can be done. But they were so, renowned sadhu, they don't have anything practically speaking. Kantha, Kopin, they had only Kopin, Kantha and Karva. Karva is a water pot they used to carry. That was their all property. So the second line says, each mantra for each deity. Some mantra, the pujaris know actually, that which mantra should be chanted for which puja. So there are a full-fledged catalog for that Shah. And then Padya, Aragya and Achmanya. Padya is generally to when somebody is coming up from outside, then water is given to wash the feet. That is called Padya. Pad means wash the feet of the. So to wash the feet of the deity, we just offer water to the deity. And then Aragya is some scented water. A nice fragrance is offered, like some water which is coming, we just put on that. It's like the rose water is Aragya. Then Achmanya, after offering the bhoga to the Lord, then water is given to the Lord for washing hands and mouth. So the whole idea is the deity is a person. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says there are three types of people that look at the deity. The atheists, they think it is a statue. It's a statue. Religious people, they think it is a symbol of the God. Symbol of the God. Like there's a flag of the country, you represent that country by that flag. So it is like a symbol of that. But the Bhagavata or the devotee, they consider this is exactly same Radha Krishna, same Krishna Balaram. So Mahā Bhagavata see the deity non-different from God. While the normal religious people, they think a symbol, like Gyanis, they think it is a symbol. They think it is a symbol. And the non-believer, they say it is the same statue, it's stone, nothing else. So even towards deity, neophyte devotee also think it is just a image. It's an image, it's not Supreme Lord himself, it's non-different. Srila Prabhupada, when installed Krishna Balaram, he said, now Krishna Balaram is here. You have any problem? Go and pray to them and they will solve the problem. Prabhupada used to say, our Radha Ras Bihari, they talk with you if you know their language. You can stand and watch and talk and they will talk with you. And Australia, Prabhupada installed Radha Gopinath and he was telling, hey Radha Gopinath, I am leaving you in the hands of unexperienced and new devotees. Please, you inspire them from within the heart and you don't take offenses from them and purify them. I mean, he was talking to the deity as they are non-different than Krishna. This is the standard of the devotees, how they look at the deities. So after, this is a puja padati. And after the three things, adya means other things also included in 16. Then snan. So the big deity is not offered, but the small utsav deities, they are every day, they are getting the full bath. And that bath water is charanamrit, which we get early in the morning. So the deities are panchamrit, they are snanam. And after snanam, vaso means the dressing, the fine cloth. So after snan, there's a cloth. Then they say yagyopi with the sacred thread. They do all the puja. Each name is there. Radha Krishna Vasam Samarpyami. And then Vibhushana. Vibhushana means then ornaments. The ornaments for the ears, ornaments for the hands, ornaments for the ankle, then all different ornaments. After the ornaments, Gandha. Gandha Malya Akshata Sargabhi. Gandha means fragrance. Generally Gandha with fragrance. In word to word is fragrance. This fragrance, what we see in our daily, after the Aarti is over, they offer the scent to the Lord. That is actually Gandha. And then they bring out and give it to everybody, prasad in the morning. That is Gandha. Gandha samarpyami. And after Gandha is Malya. Malya means necklace. Like we have neck bead, it's a Malya. It should come down the neck. It's called har or Malya. So you see many special necklaces with metal, with some artificial jewelry, originally with the diamonds and pearls necklaces. They are offered to the Lord every day in Nath Dwara. This is our Nathji. All the ornaments are original gold, diamond, and they have a locker system like bank, and there's an officer appointed there. In the night, all things are deposited, and next day what they want, they write, and they are issued from that and used for the deity, and they are given by the kings there. Once one of our friend, he wanted to offer the golden 2-3, like these are 5-layer necklace for the deities. So they have their old goldsmith. They put only the silk thread inside, original silk thread, no other thread. And they make themselves, and then next day they say, we'll offer, you come and see your offering on the transcendental body of the Lord. The next day you can see what you offer them. They have put on the deities, and then they keep that for safe for the future. So these are and then Akshat Sarg bhi. So the whole purport was an Akshata. So the unbroken barley seeds are not puja. So what does Akshat here mean? Akshat means unbroken garland of the flower. Unbroken garland of the flower. The flower garland, Sarg means flower. Sarg means flower garland. And Malya means the jewelry with the gold and other things. So that should not be broken. It should not be broken. If something is broken, it's not fit for worship. Unbroken garland, unbroken necklaces should be unbroken. But sometimes, one piece is broken in between. We don't mind. But for deity, it cannot be. So the here word Akshat, the whole purport by Chakravarti Pad and by Sridhar Swami and our Prabhupada's disciple, they have only Akshat word they have taken from this verse. This is about the garland, and necklace should not be broken. And then Dhupa is incense and Deep is a lamp, and Upahara means other gifts. Other gifts means people bring sometimes something to offer to the Lord. They are all Upahara. Upahara means gifts. So they should be offered to the Lord. And then Sangam Sapujya. Saangam Sapujya. Means the worship should be very detailed and particular of each limb of the body, each upang or connected thing with the body, like his ayudha or the weapons, and then Parshadam, his associates. Sapujya means properly worship, vidhivat, according to the Vedic literature, Pancharatra Vidhi. But worship is over, then what should be done? Stavaihi stutva. Stavaihi ustva. If you offer your own prayer, then it's called astuti. If already made some prayers by some exalted devotees and you recite those prayers, then it's called istava. Istava, like Damodar Ashtak is not, we have not made it. Kunti Astuti, because Kunti Maharaji personally offered these prayers to Lord Krishna. Bhisham Astuti, Bhisham is personally offering his prayer. But Istatva means stotar by somebody else. If you are reciting Kunti Astuti, that is just Astav for you. It's not your prayer. So there are certain prayers which should be offered. And this is with Named Harim, when we bow down. So here, actually speaking, this every day we are offering what is called obeisance to the Lord. For Mataji is Panchang Paranam. 5 limbs touches the body or touches the earth. Head, 2 eyes or 2 hands and 2 knees. Not chest. Chest of the mother earth don't want to touch. She don't like that. And Sadhu Brahman should not sit without asan on the earth. Earth don't like sadhu sitting without asan. And mother's chest touch ground. And paraphernalia used for deity should never be put on the ground without some asan. So this is the mother earth says, I don't like these things. So sadhu used to keep always their asan because this asan, there should be no direct touch of the devotee with the earth without some asan. So for the male, the worship, the prayer, the obeisance is sashtang, 6 part, means chest also touches the ground. But usually we call ashtang pranam. 2 more limbs of the offering, obeisances, they are more important than these 5 or 6. And they are mind, 1, mind, which means we meditate on the form of the Lord from the lotus feet all the way to the smiling face. And we watch closely what type of dressing, which color is wear today, how garlands are made, what is exactly at the ankle bell, what is there. So this is called mental. You see this when you bow down, you meditate on Lord. And the 8th one is tongue. Recite some prayer. When we are paying obeisances, we say Radha Krishna Bhyo Namaha, offering obeisance to Radha Ke Krishna Karuna Sindhu, Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi, we say to Gauranga, Panchtatvat, Radha Krishna Balaram. There should be something chanted. It's not like just fall down and get up. This is, so therefore it says, Istavai Istuti Named Harim. When we bow down, we should offer prayers. So every obeisance we should at least utter the name of the deity we are paying obeisance to and Namaha or something. Say Gaura Nitai Namaha, Krishna Balaram Namaha, something. If you have no detailed knowledge, then at least this is important, that we should not only pay obeisance but also Istavai Istutva. Offer prayers already offered by previous Acharya. They are already, we have all these prayers for all the deities. Even the altar has all the. Srila Prabhupada is there, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Jagannath Babaji Maharaj there, the Sat Goswamis are there, then Panch Tattva are there, then Nrsimha Dev is there. All the altar all over the world, wherever we go, we just look like that. Prabhupada, this is all. Then Sat Goswami. Is there Panch Tattva? Sometimes, somewhere, we don't find, our mind don't accept it. It should be there. Then Nrsimha Dev should be there. Then the presiding deity of that temple. So this is it means you offer them obeisances, at least mentally, because they are on the altar. And we are offering obeisance means we should be conscious of each and every parshad there. So for us, the parshad are the all parampara is a parshad. Sab parshad, the all parampara is parshad. So they are properly worshipped along with that. And word Krishna means Krishna includes all his incarnation and all his associates. So they are, all the parshads are included in Krishna. So this at least every day we should have prayer for our own deities. In our temple we are coming. Nityanandam Namastubhyam Paramananda Dayane Kali Kalamash Vinashaya Janava Pate Nava and Namo Mahavadannaya Krishna Prema Pradaya Krishnaya Krishyet Namni Gauratveshanava Premanasya Pradayate Chaitanya Chandraya Namaha, whatever. And then Krishna Balaram, Balbhadra, Anancha, Shairvani, Nandanaya, Aldaraya, Kampalaya. There are so many words which we can use for Balaram and then for Krishna. Hare Krishna Karuna, or some mantra which we are chanting in Gayatri mantra. There is also for Krishna. That we should chant, and then Radha Krishna say full whole darshan focus, and then offer these astuti or prayers, whatever is Radha, Rasheshwari, Ramya, Rama, Chakra. There are certain prayers which needs to be chanted, and that is part of our puja. So here we end the class. This is Karma Yoga, means actually the deity worship. What is the Avarhotra is telling us. And the deity worship is a systematic science. It is a science, actually. That's what recently we were discussing. Madhurya Kandamani and Prabhu says, or some other devotee says, see, this is the whole science of bhakti. It's not a sentimental thing. It's a science. It's a very detailed. Each and every minute detail is there. It's a science. So Prabhupada used to say, it's a science of soul and science of love of God. This is the ISKCON, basically religion of the soul, science of soul and science of love of God. That is the Paramadharma. This is different between the ISKCON and other religious movements. They are simply based on the bodily platform, but we are basically based on a spiritual platform directly. There is a difference between ISKCON and other religious movement, and we should be very firmly convinced of this, and we have to convince the other people. The religion of the soul is a real religion. Religion of the body is superficial or external religion. So if we are practicing in Krishna conscious religion of soul, and that is actually Sanatan Dharma, because soul is a Sanatan Dharma, body is not Sanatan. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any question or comment? So what we should take away, at least we should offer prayers to our deities. If we are offering again, it is good, we can know more prayers. There are beautiful prayers for Krishna Balaram together. There is a beautiful prayer for Krishna Balaram together. Now is the Balaram Purnima coming, that prayer should be public to all, to offer to the deities. Yeah. Yeah, Sarang. Your name is there, Sarang.
What is the language of Brother Rajbhai?
Kya bola?
What is the language of Brother Rajbhai is said?
What is the language Radha Rajbhai?
Huh? Kya bola?
Language of Brother Rajbhai is said. If you know the language of Brother Rajbhai, you can talk to them. You mentioned that if you know the language of Brother Rajbhai, then you can talk to them. So if you know what is that language, then we can talk to Radha Shyamasundar also.
Kya bola? Huh? Oh, language, Bengali. For you, Bengali. For me, Rajasthan, they know all language. It's experience. I mean, every day I go to Krishna Balaram and I say something. I think before I think they respond. Before I think they respond. So it's practically only you have to be in a process. Then result is there. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Gaur Prem.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.